Okay, the Denver Broncos finished 8-8, won the division, went 3-3 in the AFC West, 6-6 against the AFC Conference, went to the playoffs, beat the Pittsburgh Steelers in the overtime fashion, but lost to the New England Patriots. Can he get back to the playoffs in 2012 season? We will find out. Let's talk about the positives a little bit. They have the best running game in the league. They average 164.5 yards on the ground, which is first overall. Their defense played good at times. Against the pass, they were ranked 18th. They allowed 231.5 yards through the air. And Tim Tebow is the ultimate football player. Yes, I said it. Just clean your ears. He's an ultimate football player. Unfortunately, their passing game is not so hot. They were the second worst passing offense in the league. They averaged 152.1 yards through the air. That's not good. He sucks as a quarterback. I'm not going to say it again. Against the run for defense, they're ranked 22nd. They allow 126.3 yards on the ground. That's not going to get it done. And they traded Tim Tebow from Denver Broncos to the New York Jets this offseason and went out and got Peyton Manning through the free agent when he was cut by the Indianapolis Colts for Andrew Luck. Plus, they have the toughest schedule in the league. That's a lot to handle for the Denver Broncos. Let's see if they win 12 games or 11 games like the critics say. So, let's see, the San Diego Chargers, they went 8-8, 3-3 in the AFC West, 7-5 against the AFC Conference. The good news is their passing game, they were ranked 6th. They averaged 276.6 yards through the air. The running game was, not running game, against the pass, they were pretty good. Ranked 13th, only allowed 224.4 yards through the air. So, it's all good. Here's the bad news. They're notorious for being Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde. They'll catch fire early, but cool off, catch fire again, or they'll cool off, catch fire, but not make the playoffs. They're hot and cold. And not to mention the fact that Phillip Rivers had his worst year in his career. And losing key players is just, it doesn't help. So North Turner is on a hot seat. If if the Chargers don't get to at least, 9 or 10 or 11 wins and don't make it the playoffs, he'll be in trouble. He will be in trouble. So, get it done. Oakland Raiders. They finished 8-8, which I did say they were going to do. Went 3-3 in the AFC West, 6-6 against the AFC Conference. I had them making the playoffs as a wild card, and I missed it by a fraction of a hair. God. The good news is that their offense. They're ranked 11th in passing game. They average 247.6 yards through the air. 7th in the rushing game. 131.9 yards on the ground. So it's all good. It's all good. Bad news is they were the most penalized team in the league. And their defense, well, they were just hot garbage. 27th against the pass and against the run. And let me tell you something else. Since entering the 21st century, let alone the new millennium, they only been in the top 5 in stopping the run twice. 2000, they were ranked 5th. 2002, they were ranked 3rd, and that's when they had that Super Bowl run. Unfortunately, lost to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and John Gruden. Since then, they just been extraordinary bad. So, and plus, there's just been too many changes with that organization. They just gotta stop. I don't mind changes, but when you do every single year or every 2 years, it will wear out players. he'll wear out the fans. I don't know how fans do it. I don't know how the Oakland Raider fans do it. Let me know in the comment section how you feel about this team. If they can clean up, not being the most penalized team in the league and can win at least 8 or 9 or 10 games, they're going to be in the playoffs if they can do that. If not, it'll be the same old story with the Oakland Raiders. Kansas City Chiefs, they finished last in the NFC West, 3-3, 4-8 against the AFC Conference. Oh yeah, I did say they were 7-9. They got the defense, they got the running game, they got the offensive line, they got the special teams. They got everything they need. Their strength is their against the pass. They're 6 and they only allowed 201.3 yards through the air. The problem is injuries. They got hit with injuries really hard. They lost key players from Eric Berry to Jamal Charles tearing his ACL. Matt Castle. I mean, if this team stay healthy for most or not if all year, they can win that division. My final prediction for the AFC West: Kansas City Chiefs 10-6, San Diego Chargers 9-7, both Raiders and Broncos 8-8. NFC West: San Francisco 49ers. Oh yeah. 13-3, 5-1 against the NFC West, 10-2 against the NFC Conference. They got the key to ingredients. They got the defense. They got the running game. They got the tight end. They got the offensive line. They got everything, baby. They were ranked number 1 in stopping the run. Only allowed 77.3 yards on the ground. Hot grits. That is gravy. Damn near impressive. 2 problems. 1, the quarterback position, and 2, wide receivers. That's why they went out and got Mario Manningham and Randy Moss, which to me, I have a bigger question mark on Randy Moss than anybody else in that position, that wide receiver position. Does he want to play? Does he want it more than anybody else? He'll take plays off. That's his pass. Alex Smith, even though he played like a borderline bust, he went through 7 different offensive coordinators, kind of like Jason Campbell, but he only went through 6 different offensive coordinators. It's tough to ask a quarterback to play well in everything when there's too many changes around him, especially in the offensive coordinators, coaching staff, and everything else, let alone the head coach position as well. So I think that Alex Smith needs to be quiet when it comes to Cam Newton. Shh, don't say nothing. Shh. I know you have your opinion. I respect that, but shh, you're not him. You put Cam Newton on the San Francisco 49ers, they'll be in the Super Bowl. You put Alex Smith on the Carolina Panthers, they will win 5 games. I'm just saying. Don't bash on me. I'm just telling it like it is. If the quarterback plays well and the wide receivers step their game up, they can win 13 games again, possibly 14. I'm just saying, though. Now, as for the not St. Louis Rams, Arizona Cardinals, they finished 8-8, 4-2 against the NFC West, 7-5 against the NFC Conference. They got the special teams. The running game, The defense is average. The quarterback position kind of scares me. John Skeleton, Kevin Cobb, who's going to be the starting quarterback? My money is on John Skeleton. I never been sold on Kevin Cobb. He has to prove to me. He looked like he's just some dude that just, once he got that big contract, he didn't want it. He didn't want it hard enough. He didn't command the huddle. He didn't command that respect along his teammates. That's how I look at it. So now, as for the Seattle Seahawks, they got a good defense. They got Marshawn Lynch. The problem is, who's going to be the starting quarterback? Yes, I know Javaris Jackson played pretty well last year, but the problem is they were ranked 22nd in passing game, averaging 194.1 yards through the air. They brought in Matt Flynn and Russell Wilson. They drafted him. My money's on Javaris Jackson for the fact that he's been with that offense, been with that team a year longer than those two guys. So if he struggles, Matt Flynn comes in. So as for the St. Louis Rams, well, wow. 2-14, 0-6 against the NFC West opponents, 1-11 against the NFC. Eek. Their pass defense is ranked 7th. They only allowed 206.3 yards through the air, so that's good. And they got Steven Jackson. That's awesome. Problem is, they just stunk. They flat out sucked. Sam Bradford was hurt most of the year, so yeah. And they got Jeff Fisher, who used to be a head coach for the Tennessee Titans. I apologize for making this video very long. I'll try to make it at least 10 minutes. My final predictions for the NFC West. I have the 49ers 10-6, Cardinals 8-8, Seattle Seahawks 6-10, and St. Louis Rams 2-14. I don't know how anyone can sit there and tell me with a straight face that the St. Louis Rams will win 4 games or more. They tied 4th in the league, the toughest schedule. They tied with Baltimore. They got to go to Detroit. They're at home against Washington. Y'all can look at this schedule. I'm not going to tell you. I'm done. I'm throwing the peace sign. What y'all think about this video? What do you think about those picks?